So just yesterday, some hours back, social media erupted with people commenting saying Atlanta rapper Lil Baby needs to sue the police and cash in and get a bag on a defamation suit, as they were throwing his name into the mix of like a gang war going on and ultimately putting the responsibility of some youth being killed on Lil Baby. But as more information comes out on the case, it seems Lil Baby could be seeing a jail cell sooner rather than later.
To Action News exclusive, the father of an 11-year-old boy injured in a deadly shooting tells Channel 2 Action News that his son has had multiple surgeries since he got shot in the foot. Channel 2's Michael Seiden live outside APD headquarters. Michael, the 11-year-old victim, is the younger brother of one of the teenagers who got killed in that shooting.
Yeah, George, just a heartbreaking story. In fact, this afternoon, I stood just feet away from where that deadly shooting took place. I also spoke exclusively with one of the homicide detectives. She told me she and her team are working around the clock, 24/7. They are following up on any leads they can get, also knocking on neighbors' doors, looking for some security video. A growing memorial near the spot where gun violence shattered the lives of 3 innocent children. It all happened around 12:30 a.m. Tuesday in Atlanta's Oakland Park neighborhood. Today, we watched as homicide detectives spread out across the area as they continue to search for suspects. Not a secret, there are gangs in this area. There's been some reports of possibly a gang war going on, and these kids got caught up in the crossfire. What can you say about that?
All I can tell you is these young kids, they had absolutely no ties to gangs.
Police say Lamont Freeman was celebrating his 14th birthday with his best friend and classmate, 13-year-old Jacody Davis. Jacody's younger brother, 11-year-old Dontavius Davis Jr., was also there when the 3 boys found themselves under attack.
They were hanging out with each other right outside their apartments.
The gunfire killed Lamont and Jacody, but Dontavius survived after getting shot in the foot. Dontavius' father shared this photo of his son recovering in a hospital bed.
Every kid wants to feel free and feel safe right outside their home, and they were ambushed.
Tonight, Crime Stoppers, which is managed by the Atlanta Police Foundation, is offering a $50,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest.
There were innocent kids who go to Sylvan Middle School. This could be your kids, your family member, your loved ones.
Again, that reward being increased to $50,000. Take a look again. We're talking about Crime Stoppers. It's now offering a $50,000 reward for any information that helps lead to an arrest. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 404-577-TIPS. Again, 404-577-TIPS.
Atlanta police are blaming the actions of a local rapper for the shooting deaths of 2 13-year-olds.
In a news conference this afternoon, the department announced it's made 7 arrests in the shooting and is still offering $50,000 in reward money for information that leads to more.
The overall theme of this case is grown men playing gangster that left 2 of our children in graves and a community in fear. And cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been.
Tonight, 11 Alive has confirmed rapper Lil Baby is named in arrest warrants in the shooting deaths of 13-year-olds Lamont Freeman and Jacody Davis. The shooting happened last summer in the Oakland City West End apartments on Peoples Street. Police described it as gang violence escalated by a Lil Baby music video shoot. Investigators say members of the Goodfellas gang orchestrated the attack from behind bars using a contraband cell phone.
All right, so like I was saying, this post came out. I think the Shade Room put out a clip just of the officer saying Lil Baby's name. And, a lot of people, like I said, were commenting, how can they blame this on this man? Look at the way they're trying to take Lil Baby down. And I was thinking a lot about the Fannie Willis case, right? The YSL RICO case, actually. But Fannie Willis was heavily in the media speaking about taking down YSL. And we saw the longest record-setting case in Atlanta history, Georgia history, that is, that ultimately ended in Young Thug taking a plea and getting probation, a backloaded plea. Shocking still, he took it. I thought, man, he may indeed get off. But then we saw the other two members that took it all the way to that jury verdict walk free, only being convicted of a gun possession charge that had nothing to do with the indictment. One of the guys just had a gun on him when he got picked up, and that was time served because he had been sitting. And that situation and this situation, both getting these like very serious headlines, as the YSL case went on and became, like, let's keep it real, a clown show of a case that just was a joke. They had to have 3 judges come on. 2 of them kicked off the case. The second one didn't even get on the stand, or is that the stand that the judge is on? The bench. Didn't even touch the gavel. Pause. And was dismissed from the case because he had a bailiff that worked for him that was tied to the case in a criminal way, bringing contraband to a defendant on the case. And then we saw the third judge, Judge Whitaker, get on, but at the end of the day, it was a joke. It was a waste of time. And in this situation, they're airing that first clip all over social network, and people are saying, yo, what the fuck is going on? How can they just throw Lil Baby's name, man? Cash should get that defamation bag. But then we hear in that other report that they're saying his name is on a warrant. That his name is on a warrant. And it's wild because the way information is coming out in this case, there's a lot of details, but then at the same time, there's inconsistencies. But basically, that video that he shot back in July that saw these youth be killed and injured and all these horrific things, they're saying, how dare you do that? How dare you go over into that neighborhood antagonizing a rival gang? And you hear the reports that the Goodfellas gang had a shot caller that was behind the wall use a jail phone to put the green light out to carry out a shooting. I don't know if they're saying that it was the one directly at the Lil Baby video shoot, or as you heard law enforcement speaking about, there was numerous shootings after that, like retaliation shootings. I'm not exactly sure, but when you hear them speaking about that kind of information, evidence, a jail phone, and you hear it's wild too. You guys remember with, like, we just talked about the YSL case, the one guy, Gotti, I think it was, got shanked twice while he was behind a wall. One right when jury deliberations were going on, and he ultimately was found not guilty. And I think did YFN Lucci get poked up, or someone planned on doing it? Like, things is going crazy in Atlanta, allegedly, reportedly, right, over the past few years with gang violence and everything. And then you hear all this and about this jail call. I don't know if like in what way they have that kind of evidence. You know what I'm saying? If someone was telling behind the wall or what, or I don't know. It's like, is in this arrest warrant that Lil Baby is named on, as other people, I think they said 7 have been arrested. Like, what type of case are we going to see against Lil Baby? You know what I mean? And from a legal standpoint, what kind of crime can he be charged with for simply shooting a music video? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot going on in this case. RIP to those lives lost, like kids being killed, just innocent, chilling. You know what I mean? Gunfire erupting is terrible, sad, tragic. But from a legal standpoint, how can they just throw that on Lil Baby? You know what I mean? Like, yo, that's like saying because you went outside. I mean, I understand what they're alleging. You should have known better than to go over there. You knew you were poking the bear, metaphorically speaking. But charging them with a crime for that, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Are we about to see Lil Baby brought up on some kind of indictment? I don't know, like with the YSL case, which we spoke of, that was a RICO, but that was a state RICO. Is there going to be some kind of RICO statute from the feds, or that Lil Baby's going to be charged in connection with, or will Georgia come with another state RICO after the failure with the YSL case? Or what is up with this arrest warrant that Lil Baby has been named on? You know, it's like so much coming out in the news in there, putting info out there, but it all hasn't really been tied together yet at this point. You know what I mean? Like we said multiple times, 7 individuals, I believe 7 was the number, charged for the shooting. What is this warrant that's got little baby's name on it? And I don't know, because like I said, originally we just see people up in arms about the police mention them by name like that. But now we hear this. It's just so crazy, man. Hopefully cooler heads prevail and something can happen to stop all this violence, as there's a clip out there of Pastor Troy, rapper turned activist, speaking out to end the violence, in OG rap wise in Atlanta. I say, because we're talking about gang banging and all kinds of ish. I'm speaking strictly as a rapper. He's been on the scene for a long time and he wants it all to stop. And I don't know if there could be some kind of truce or not. It's so crazy, man. But hit the comments. Let me know what you think about all this. The police naming Lil Baby in the way in which they did. How they're blaming him for the shooting, this Goodfellas gang. Like, so much going on here. Let's talk about it in the comments. Definitely will have some updates as more info comes out. Let's talk. Subscribe is coffee. I'll catch you on the next one. RIP to those lives lost. And once again, hopefully, man, the violence just gets deaded off. It's terrible as is, but to see youth lose their life or be hurt and maimed by gunfire is crazy, man.